One of the benefits to this Oh, I just sliced my finger open. Dekton is one of the most indestructible countertop surfaces on the market. But we're gonna find out just how indestructible it really is. I'm gonna scratch it, burn it, smash it, and try my best to break it to see if it's all it's cracked up to be. This is not a sponsored video. All right, one of the benefits of Dekton is that it's completely flame resistant. We're gonna check this out right now. I think it's safe to say that this material is completely fire resistant. Dekton is what's called an ultra compact surface. It's manufactured by Cosentino, the same company that makes silestone quartz. It has been on the market since about 2013 and is becoming the leading choice of countertops in the European market. And it is gaining popularity in North America. As far as putting your pots from your stove, putting anything hot directly on this surface is nothing. This is white Dekton. It's completely unharmed by this blowtorch. Quite amazing. There's no resin in this material, so there's nothing to melt. It's incredible. Unless you're like doing one of those creme brulee things, or I don't know what else you do with a blowtorch in your kitchen, but you're probably not going to be doing that a whole lot, so you're going to be safe. You can put anything hot directly from your stove right onto this countertop. Zero worries, zero. So just how scratch proof is Dekton? All right, so you can see that there's this marking, but this is not a scratch. It's just the metal from the screwdriver, and this will wipe right off. I'm gonna wipe this off and make it clean again. What is Dekton, and is it as good as they say it is? Often confused with porcelain countertop, there are two key differences between Dekton and porcelain. One, the raw materials used to make Dekton are very similar to that of quartz. And two, they use a process called sintering. Sintering is the manufacturing process where they heat the raw material so hot that they nearly liquefy it. Then they compress it, resulting in this slab that is completely non-porous, abrasion resistant, scratch resistant, heat and fireproof, resistant to UV rays, and resistant to thermal shock. Caution, do not try this at home. Go to your neighbor's house instead and have them let you do it. You're likely not going to be doing this in your kitchen. Cool noise, but you're not going to be doing this in your kitchen, hopefully. Whatever you're cutting on this material, you can see that there's some markings. We're going to clean that right off. There's no scratch. It's completely smooth like it was before. Little barkeeper's friend, abrasive cleaner. Normally with a countertop like quartz or granite even, you wouldn't use an abrasive cleaner because you don't want to scratch the surface. All those metal marks, gone, except for me just banging on it with that screwdriver. And I think if I really gave it a good cleaning, those would come right off. Safe to say that whatever you're doing in your kitchen, you're probably not doing that. And if you are, I'm sure the police will be called. Practically as good as new, a little more elbow grease, I'm sure I could get those little tiny specks out. Compared to what it was after I finished beating with that screwdriver, completely different. This is a really, really good material. Okay, you definitely don't want to try this at home. Okay, so before I burn down the neighborhood, we're gonna clean this up to see how it resisted this fire. Hopefully this would never happen in your home, but in the case that you did have a fire on your countertop, we're gonna find out how this stands up. So that's just a quick wipe, a little cleaner, and that's gonna come nice and white again. There's not a whole lot of countertops on the market that you can light on fire and they're gonna end up being in the same condition as they were before you lit them on fire. So this surface can withstand scratching, it can withstand heat, it can withstand fire. We're gonna see if it can withstand a sledgehammer. You ready for this, Eva?
I hope so.
One of the things I've read about Dekton is that the edges can crack or chip. And in this case, the sample I have already has a chipped edge on it, probably from being dropped in the showroom on the cement floor. So we're gonna see how well this withstands to some varying degrees of hammering on this countertop. You know, you have to pound the chicken or whatever meat that you're doing before you put it in the barbecue, or for some other reason, if something falls off a shelf up high that's heavy, a pot or something else, it could crack your countertop surface. We're going to see what this countertop surface can withstand. Well, there you have it. If you have a sledgehammer up in your cabinet, do not drop it on your Dekton countertop. Otherwise, this could happen. They do not list impact resistance on any of the literature that I've seen. So there you go. I guess there's no point in beating it anymore with the sledgehammer because I just dropped that on there and it basically disintegrated that countertop. So as far as what this countertop can withstand, it can withstand a lot. And I guess it will not withstand a sledgehammer being dropped on it on a stump. However, under normal circumstances in your kitchen, I'm sure this will withstand quite a bit. So I guess the only downfall would be that this ultra compact surface might not be the best suited if you're gonna be banging on it or if something drops on it. Other than that, it's very, very indestructible. But as you can see, quite a lot of pieces here. I guess I gotta clean this up. One of the benefits to this oh, I just sliced my finger open, check that out.
Ooh.
Ouch. Gonna need a Band-Aid. Let's just see if blood will come off of this surface. The cool thing about this surface is that it is color solid right through. So if you did get a chip in the top of the surface, you're not gonna notice it so much. It can be repaired to an extent. Now on the top of Dekton is a laminated sheet, basically, a laminated print. That is not all the way through. So if you did crack it and you had a print other than white or some solid color, you're not gonna see that print throughout your countertop surface. I'm bleeding here like crazy, so let me just get a Band-Aid.
That's a rag.
Oh, thank you. What's that?
Hand cleaner.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm putting that on there.
Well, that'll help clean it out.
Later. No, it's okay.
How bad you get it?
Oh, I sliced her good.
Here, put that on.
No, I'm not putting that on there.
Why not?
Alcohol.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Give me the Band-Aid.
I'm
not putting no alcohol on my finger.
It's not alcohol. It's
It
clean.
is.
It's cleaner, look.
It's hand sanitizer with alcohol in it.
Kills E. coli.
It'll kill me.
No!
The blood comes right off. I mean, other than having a smashed up countertop surface, holds up pretty good. I'm impressed. So maybe I should have started with this type of hammering first before I dropped the sledgehammer on it. In all fairness, this is on a stump and it's uneven. So wherever it's not touching underneath is a weak point and it's gonna break there. So that's obviously what happened. But you can see just by hammering on this surface, on the flat part of the stump where it's solid. Okay, so it easily cracks if you're sledgehammering it. So under normal circumstances in your kitchen, this countertop is gonna hold up very, very well. But obviously, if you drop a sledgehammer on it or something considerably heavy, this is your result. You do not want this to happen to your countertop. We've shown that you can obviously put a hot pot directly on this surface. You can light it on fire and you can scratch it considerably and nothing happens to it. Do I recommend Dekton? Well, after smashing with the sledgehammer, I'm not sure, honestly. I kind of wanted it to like not break. So maybe what we'll have to do is do this test with some other countertop samples and see how those measure up in compared to this. And then we can make a really good kind of decision on what countertop we should buy. If you're looking for something that's flame resistant, heat proof, scratch resistant to the nines, this is definitely the way to go. But if you're looking for something that isn't gonna break when you drop something heavy on it, I don't think this is the way to do it. Is there such a thing as the perfect countertop? If you would like me to do these kind of tests on other countertop materials, please let me know which ones in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, chances are you will like what I've posted in the past and what I'm gonna post in the future. And if that is the case, please consider subscribing. For more great countertop content, check out this playlist. I completely forgot about the Sharpie test. Let's do that right now. Okay, let that bake in the sun for a bit, then we'll wipe it off. I am just gonna use a little bit of a magic eraser. Oh, easy.